Thank you.
Thank you, Nyams. Some of us are thinking retirement plan. Clearly, my cousin has seen his granddaughter is going to be minting kidogo. So moving on swiftly, I would like to go to some video tributes before I call the Moshiro family who are coming next. But before that, we're going to have a tribute from the US. And this comes from Mungai, Noni, and Nimo. Kimani's children who are in the States. Kimani and Alice. Where's Alice? Yes. Kimani and Alice. These are their kids in the States. Let's see if our technical challenges may be overcome. As we said earlier, this is the 21st century. We are still getting to grips. We're very early into it. We're only 21 years into the 21st century. We are still getting to grips with the challenges of fast-moving technology. As back of house works on that, I would like to call... So as we said, Shosho had a habit of making friends drop of a hat. In fact, my sister reminded me the other day that Shosho was actually a stealer of friends. You'd bring your friends to the house, and before you know it, they are half friends more than they're your friends. And one boy a few years ago brought a young man by the name of Jenga. And they became friends. And then Shosho became really good friends with Jenga's parents, with Jenga's family. And the Moshiros who are still here and represented would like to say something. So I'd like to ask Mr. Jenga Moshiro to come and say something on behalf of the Moshiro family who are stolen friends. Makofi tafadhali to welcome him.
Thank you very much, Kim. Good afternoon, everybody. As Kim said, my name is Jenga. I met Mama Kimani many years ago while I was very young and not as fat as I am now. It was probably 4 decades ago. And to her last day, Mama Kimani was my friend. Mama Kimani was my surrogate mother. Mama Kimani gave me the privilege of calling me her son. And I think Kimani, Wanjiko, Wamboi, Kehango, Charity, and George can attest to that. So for me, the loss of Mama Kimani is, in fact, GS cornered me to say something. I was quite unwilling to say anything. Not because there's nothing to say, but because we're talking about 42 years since I knew her. Different seasons in my life and her life, different tides that come with circumstances of life. But through it all, Mama Kimani remained my friend. After we lost my mother a couple of years ago, she would call me severally to find out how I am. So Mama Kimani was an integral part of my life. On another note, I was happy to be one of the first people to give her grandchildren. And in private, I used to call her Gadoni. The reason is because I used to tease her that I was the first person to give her a granddaughter called Gadoni. And I used to tell her that my Gadoni opened the way to the other Gadonis. So Mama Kimani was a dear friend. She has held our hands as her children. More so, I must speak about my two lovely daughters. Mama Kimani was the center of the universe. I know it's a big loss, but happily, she was with them all her life. She played a very big part in their lives through all their journeys, and happily, they saw her through her last days. On a different tangent, several years ago, me and Mama Kimani, we signed an MOU that between me and her, none of us were going to leave this earth until my granddaughter, Phoebe, got married. Why she decided to leave before we honored that, I still don't know, but I will try to honor my side of the bargain. Happily for me, apart from being a wonderful grandmother to my two lovely daughters, she is also a great grandmother to my two lovely grandchildren. And happily, the young man who you see walk in front of you, my young grandson called Simo, he, in her last days of her journey on this earth, managed to always bring a smile to her face, and he was a really calming effect. For that, I give a lot of glory to God, and to say that she has been a blessing to me, my children, and my family. And because there is so much I could say, but I won't say, I'll ask my brother Kuria, who's my older brother, to speak on behalf of the family. But to Kimani, Wanjiko, Wamboi, Keango, Chanya, and George, at the end of the day, we're family. It has been a blessing to be part of this family, and we will always be. And I think we don't even need to say it. You know, we treasured your mother, and she was a dear friend, and we will miss her sorely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jenga. It's really an honor. Really an honor, Wamboi. It's really an honor for us to be here as the Moshiros to speak at your mother's ceremony. We really thank you for giving us and giving us this and the respect. And many people may be wondering, what are the Moshiros doing here? It's because of your mother and the way she was. And some of you, I hear her being called Mama Soda. I think those of us who were in university those days used to know her name was Mabeka. I don't know whether Mabeka, was it not Mabeka? Benson, do you remember Mabeka? So it's been more than, as Jenga says, more than 40 years. And what your mom did, she loved people irrespective of the circumstances. And just as I was sitting there, Mudoni was reminding me that when her mother passed away, your mom came with us to Meru. She came with us to the morgue. We went to Isiolo. She was there. And she cared, and she kept on making sure she was part of us. And even as we see everybody here today, I can tell you, in a few weeks' time, in a few months' time, you may not see many people. Those who love you truly will come and look for you even after this. And if you recall, I think Benson was not there, but your mom called us as the Moshiros, and she told us, please come and visit me. You are still my children. And we came. And we had a very good time. And we know, since our mom passed away, now going on 4 years' time, we can count on one hand the people who've done that. And I think your mom was like number 2. So for us to come and to say that we are part of you, and she told us we will always be part of you. And Kwesbi, she told us, and I think even remember the last time we were here, she said it in your face, that we are always going to be part of this family. So for you, the Mungais, just in case you want to change what your mom, your LG said, just know we are not boarding. We will remain in this family. When there is a mbuzi being eaten, George, we will come and eat it. Kimani, when there's moratina being brewed, we will come and drink it. We are part of this family. And we are never going to leave. I think that's what you need to know. And I think we have people who will help us to make sure we connect. Gadoni here, and Lula, who does a very good job with her husband, Bunny, and Phoebe, and Jamie. they will always make sure we're together, Wambui. And for you and Taju, we wish you all the best, but we are part of this family. Yeah, we are part of this family, and we claim our place. And we will also miss Shosho, and we know that time will come when you will not see many people. We hope to be there. Even when there are fewer people, we will come, because we know what she meant to us and what she meant to us for a long, long time. So we are with you, and she was a great woman, and they come, women such as her, very few in a lifetime. I think the only people I can say who are similar is our late Mother Warura and your mother. They are one of a kind. And I think when they are made, the die is sort of
family in our motherland, Kenya. Greetings to you all as we gather today to say goodbye to our beloved Yadhani Wahinga, as she loved to be called. Wishing you well under the grace of our Maker, Jehovah Jireh. Even though we may mourn today, we will not mourn like those without hope. Our hope and joy comes in that Mama Kimani knew the Lord, Jehovah, her Maker. That's who she went to be with. We will celebrate the race she so valiantly ran with endurance without complaining. Gathoni ran the race for over 80 years, and she won. Most important, I'll remind you all, Mama Kimani, my sister, was so totally inclusive of us all in the family, from every mother to every age.
Sake, I strive to be a fraction of your reflection and continue to uphold the legacy that you have left.
Shosha knew how to make everyone feel special. The joy that she showed when she saw me felt like she had been waiting to see me all day. And when we got to spend time together, the day was complete. She was my first best friend and was a beautiful blend of laughter, caring deeds, and wonderful stories. I miss you, Shosha.
Love from the Kimani family. Thank you.
Thank you.
Makofi tafadhali. Those are Kimani's children who are in the States currently. That's Kimani and Alice. Alice came from Nau Hakui Namushi Hetago. Nemogoga. And she came from Baryakimemia Negu. Now, Eddie, I think you wanted to say something on behalf of Baryakimemia. Please come and join us. Tafadhali encourage him to come and tell us one or two things.
God is good, and all the time. My name is Eddie Dungu Kimemia, the extended family, and the entire family from Gecha, from Muguga. Whenever we meet as one family, and we cherish the good work Mama Kimani has done to bring us together. And now that she has left us as one family. We can't forget, and we cherish the good times that we shared together. And we can't forget also the good and the bad times that we have gone through this journey. We remember as family hard times, particularly when our late mother was ailing, during the time of the ailment until her death in 1995. Mama Kimani had taken the center stage, caring for our mother until we went through that difficult time. Those who are in the 90s, 1995. So we have to thank God for the great time we were given Mama Kimani. I'm sorry, Kimani and Kimemia, they are almost the same, similar names. So we thank God for that time. We have been with Mama Kimani, and it is our hope that that relationship will continue. It has been cemented, and let us live together as brothers and sisters. This is one family. And thank you very much for those few words. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bwana Baryakimemia. As you can see, Shosho didn't have in-laws. She had new friends and in-loves, because they all loved her and she loved all of them. As we move on, Kahenya, are we good to go? So as I said, Shosho or Tata had siblings or has siblings who are in the States. And here's another tribute from relatives in the States, starting with her sister, her baby sister, Wafari.
With you today, but wanted to be with you today, but sadly it's not to be. But please know that you are in our thoughts and prayers. We want to acknowledge the work that you have done for my sister Gathoni. You have taken excellent care of her up till her death, and from here, even from here, we know that you continue to do a fabulous job vis-a-vis her funeral. So we mourn with you, we cry with you, we are sad in our hearts, but we also rejoice in the fact that our family has come together for this, that you, her children from Kimani to Kangede, have done your part to make sure that Gathoni was comfortable, and that her last few days she was surrounded by love, that she died in the held by one of us. So thank you all. Please once again know that we are with you, and we regret that we couldn't be here to share in this very heavy burden. We love every one of you. We love Gathoni most, and hopefully she's resting in peace, and that she will live on in everlasting life. Love you, and our condolences to you all.
To my dearest Auntie Gathoni, thank you for the years of love that you showed me, for the years of support that you gave me. I'm going to miss you a lot, but I'm thankful for the special memories that we shared. We had so many good memories, and I will cherish those forever. From the huge parties you would throw for me every time I'd come back home, filled with endless amounts of food and great company. You always did show such great hospitality. To the times you would play matchmaker for me, to the times we'd call each other and I'd say, my sister, just like you would say to my mom, your actual sister, every time you guys would talk. Every time I would say that, you would just light up with laughter on the other end, and I can just picture your bright beaming smile. Over the past couple of days, I've heard some of the reflections from those who loved you, And it just blows my mind how you were able to pour so much love into each and every one of us. Today we honor you. For the rest of our lives, we will remember you and carry on your legacy. Thank you for everything, Auntie. I love you. I miss you. Thank you.
Hi, family. Busi Malaba here from the States, and as we come together today to say goodbye to Auntie Gadoni, my heart is filled with sorrow, but such an immense feeling of gratitude. I'm so grateful that Auntie lived such a beautiful, long, full life, and filled with so many people she loved and who loved her, and she got to live and laugh and create so many amazing memories with so many people. She touched the lives of so many hearts, and Auntie, her poise, her elegance, her class, it's just something that I'll never forget. Her love for family and just being a leader for such a large dynamic family and serving as our matriarch the way she did is definitely characteristics that I'll look up to forever. And Auntie got to see parts of the world that so many have only dreamed of. So my heart is full knowing that she had such a rich experience of life. In times like this, I pull from this quote of a book that reads, "Maybe it would temper our grief a little to acknowledge how blessed we are to have had a love that rich. Well, the person is gone. The gift that love has been goes on and on and on, and it sure will. Auntie Galani, I love you, and I thank you for all that you did for myself and our family. Rest in peace, sweet Auntie."
Shosho set a good example for me and my sisters. She encouraged us in preaching. She welcomed all members of my family. We was part of us. I shall miss her. I look forward to see her in paradise. He will call, the dead will answer. They will live at his command. For he will have a longing for the work of his own hand. So have faith and do not wonder, for God can make us stand, and we will live forever as the work of his own hand. See you in paradise, Shosho.
Our hearts are broken. Shosho was a friend, a mother, and a mentor to me and my family.
Paradise, Shosho.
Our hearts are broken. Shosho was a friend, a mother, and a mentor to me and my family. She took care of us as a mother does for her children. We will forever be grateful. We shall miss her. We shall miss her contagious laughter and all the beautiful memories. Indeed, she's gone, but we know that very soon we'll be seeing her in paradise. He will call, Shosho will answer. She will live at his command. For he will have a longing for the work of his own hand. So have faith and do not Shosho Tithul, we love you. Love you.
Can you see with your mind that people's dwelling together? Sorrow has passed, peace at last, life without tears or pain. Sing out with joy of heart, you too can have a part. Live for the day when you see life without end at last. Amude, I have lost my spiritual mom and friend. She taught me the truth and encouraged me to follow the way of the truth. Her kindness, hospitality, and joy was beyond compare. Rendezvous with Shosho in paradise. I love you, Shosho.
From Kampala, Uganda. Shosho was my beloved Shosho mentor and friend. Her loving hugs and hearty laughter drew me closer to her. Whenever I planned a holiday to Nairobi, I always looked forward to seeing her because she would create time to be with us, prepare meals for us, and take us on a tour around Nairobi and outside Nairobi. We met Shosho through her daughter Jane. Jane is our great friend and sister, but after she introduced us to her mom, Shosho, we forgot about Jane. We would make calls to Jane, to Shosho, and forget to call Jane and check on her. Jane, thank you for sharing your mom's love with us. I will miss Shosho, but I thank Jehovah for the time we spent with her. Rest in peace, Shosho, till we meet again.
With great love that we bid you farewell, a life well lived, a life well deserved. Thank you for being there for us, and we want to thank Jane and Taju and the entire family for taking care of Shosho and sharing the love of Shosho with us and her. We know she's going to prepare a place not only for herself, but for all of us as we shall all meet her. Jehovah, receive her in peace. Bye, Shosho.
Makofi to the ones who couldn't be here, tafadhali. Thank you so much for taking time to prepare your tributes and for sending them in. As we move on, I want to call a representative from the Walmoto family to come and say something before we move on. Kate, tafadhali, front and center, usalamie watu.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. My name is Catherine Nambisia from the Walmoto family. I'm Bunny's elder sister. I'm the firstborn. Bunny is the lastborn. So we were 9 of us. So I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bunny number 9. Before I speak, my mzee was here, where I come from. I need to give him space to speak first before I do, but apparently he has had to step out. I also have my Mulamwa, my brother's wife. Valerie, please come. Kuja uonekane. Sasa unajua sisi ni watu ya Western, but tumekuja huku. Tukachukua Lula, tukachukua Valerie. Valerie is my brother's wife, Ambassador Walmoto. Apparently he's at work, but he he's well represented. He's been coming here, but at least he's well represented. Salimia again.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. There's a Kikuyu in the Walmoto's family, Mula. So, good afternoon, everybody. So my name is Valerie, as you've been told, married to Bunny's older brother, Patrick. And I'm the one who's been keeping Lula company as a Kikuyu in the Luya family. So I've been very fortunate to attend lots of the functions of the Mungais. Bunny always told me, Valerie, if you're coming, just know you're leaving at 4 in the morning or 5. So these guys party like crazy. And Shosho was always in all those parties. She was a very great friend of mine, a great friend of my children. Every time my kids went to Lula's, somehow they ended up at Shosho's. So, like somebody said here before, they wonder how she was able to just share so much love to everybody that she came across. And I'm fortunate, my husband is, and my children, and the entire Walmoto's family. Shosho always say that she was our motto. So, thank you so much for the children of Shosho, because I see her in all of you. Yeah, so thank you so much, Lula, for welcoming the Walmoto family in your family. Asante.
My other brother, actually my follower, Peter Walmoto, was also not able to come. He's conducting interviews in Transoya. Madam has been here, but she has stepped out. My sister Margaret Walmoto has also been here. She has left. But Mama's family, you all know Margaret Walmoto, but she's left. Mzee was here. He stepped out somewhere. But all I need to say is that we've lost a wonderful lady. Mama was amazing. For the time that I've come to know her, since Lula came to our family, she's been like our mother. Such an amazing lady. I remember when Lula was getting married in Bungoma, she was worried. Sasa mjukuu anaenda kwa Waluya, kwa Bukusu. Huko ni mbali, tutafika namna gani? Huko wanazaa watoto wengi. Huko atapikia ugali kwa sufuria kubwa. But when she learned about our family, she said, if you can beat them, join them. So, Shosho gave you blessings to be in our family, Lula. And when I came to see her last time, just when she was really getting worn out, she said, I love you so much, the Walmotos, because you love Lula. Lula, we'll continue loving you because you're such an amazing lady. You made us get to know this wonderful family. Your aunties, your uncles, and the other relatives are so, so amazing. This family that you see, Mama's family, they have been to Bungoma for the past 4 years. It's only last year, 2020, that they did not come. But they come a whole bus and they stay in our homestead. And the neighbors wonder, how wageni wanatokanga wapi? Wanasema ni wale wageni wa Kiambu. So they just make people get amazed. What kind of love is that the whole family comes to stay in Bungoma? And we're so grateful. And please keep coming. Mama has come to my place. I come from Bungoma, Miendo, a small village known as Miendo. I think very soon it should be also on the map. Miendo is even well known in America. It's a small village, but well known because of Mama's family. My home is Miendo, but I'm married in Kakamega. Shosho has been to my place in Kakamega. That shows how loving she is. She appreciates everybody. She's a friend. She's made so many friends. And about 2 months ago, as I was traveling, I gave her a call and we talked. And I told her, Shosho, I'm going to Kakamega. But next time you're coming to Miendo, you stay in Miendo, come and stay with me in Kakamega. When you arrive with your whole family, first I'll take you to see bullfighting. Then you go and see the crying stone, because now you'll have become tourists in Kakamega. But it has not come to happen. All I just wish to say is that please keep coming. The trip is still on as much as Shosho has left us. You are most welcome back to Miendo, because you've been coming for the last 4 consecutive years. It's only last year that they did not come. So you can imagine what kind of family. Lula, thank you so much for connecting us to this wonderful family. And I just want to thank you that Mama brought you up so nicely. You're such a friendly family, so caring, full of love. And we really appreciate. We'll miss Shosho. 20th October 2019. I'll never forget. We had a potluck as a family. We normally prepare meals and then we visit each other's house. This time we had gone to Bunny's house. And as we were there, she comes in driving. She actually came driving and almost went through the gate. And she came out and said, "You think I did not know you had a party? You forget that I'm also the Walmotos." And she came and she was carrying Kimo and we partied together. And she kept saying, "If I'm one of the Walmotos," just because she loved us. And we really miss as a family. We're so sad, but as a family, pole sana, may you be encouraged. It's a celebration. We'll continue celebrating with you anytime that you have functions here, just to appreciate what Shosho was. She's left such a legacy, and we'll all carry it forward. Thank you so much. For the other family members who are not here, they have still also passed their condolences to the family. Thank you so much. May God bless you. My name is Catherine Walmoto Nambesia. God bless you all.
Bunny, explain to me now. Kate, I should call her my niece, my aunt, my cousin. Yeah? My niece. Very good. Thank you very much, my niece, Kate. Asante sana. As you can see, as I said, Shosho, still our friends. You walk into her door and next thing you know, you're her pal, and the person who brought her in, out. So I just want to wrap this up very quickly. 2 people, unfortunately, both doctors. I'll start with Dr. Alice. Come and say 1, maybe 2 things. And then Dr. Grace, where are you? Dr. Grace. If Dr. Grace is not here, then I'll ask the young nurses who are looking after Shosho to decide one of them to come and give us a word or 2 before we wrap up this particular session. So, Dr. Alice. She was a very good friend of Shosho's, by the way.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, are you here? No, if you look in your programs, there's a picture of, just look at it. She has a big laugh. I think we have danced for her. We have said many things, but we have not had a big laugh. So can we just have a big laugh? How do we do this? Just say, ha ha ha, aua. I haven't had you. And then when you sing the way the picture is, she even puts her head back. So let's go. Ha ha ha, aua. Okay, at least I'm pulled up for truth. So today I stand here. We've laid to rest a mighty woman, a mother, a friend, a grandma, a great-grandma. She was a matriarch. She touched many hearts, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and even financially. She brought up a lovely family. They are very close, and I'm so happy to be associated with you. So, why am I here? I'm here because I'm a friend of Jane. Sorry. I'm a friend of Jane. I met Jane in 2000, the year 2000. And shortly after that, I met Shosho. Jane and Shosho adopted me as a sister, daughter, friend. Sometimes Jane is my mom, Shosho is my mom. Sometimes she behaves like grandma. And I've enjoyed this relationship for 20 years. So we shared love of music, fashion, and some constructive gossip and laughter with Shosho and Jane. But most importantly, we shared the same faith. We all served Jehovah together. We shared family worship every Friday for many years. But the one that really helped me was I had gone to school in South Africa. I was there for 5 years. And can you believe it? Every Friday for 5 years, I had family worship with Shosho, Jane, the grandchildren, the children. Sometimes everybody was there. And thereafter, we had a meal and a glass of wine. I was in South Africa. They were here. It was really lovely. It was just to make sure that I do not stray. They made sure, and I came back to them. That was nice. So another experience I remember about Shosho, she was really, really generous. 2016 December, Jehovah's Witnesses usually have international conventions where brothers and sisters travel from different countries. So in the afternoon of the last day of the assembly, probably it was on the 9th, she's told, we have 40 plus Americans who has never been to a Kenyan home, and they want to visit a Kenyan home. That's at 2 in the afternoon. So what does Shosho do? She mobilizes family, Wairimu. Today I know you're called Charity, and many other people. And there was meal to feed 40 plus Americans. And that was like the best time they ever had. They sat on the floor, they shared a meal, they shared everything plus drinks. That was beautiful. Another experience, I'm afraid I might be beaten after saying this, but I might be protected. Kihango, see, she used to protect you, now you protect me today. Eh? So Shosho was really, really fair. Why do I say that? Well, Jane and Taji were married. So one day, they went out for a music concert. And then it went on and on. 10, midnight, 2, 4 o'clock in the morning. Taji was mad. How does a woman stay out so late? So the next day, he got the opportunity to come and tell Shosho. Shosho listened, he vented, and then Shosho said, Taju, since you married Jane, she sleeps at 9. I cannot talk to her. For just one day, she wanted to dance until 4. And you're mad. If she wants to dance until 4, let her. If it is until morning, let her. And I thought that was really, really nice. And Taju, thank you for being there for Jane. Thank you for supporting her, to support her mom. Taju is always special. I remember occasions when I visited, Taju always left us. But one day, imagine, he gave us Glenn, Mr. Glenn, 12 years old, and left us. Jen and I talked the whole night. Who does that? Please give Taju a clap for me. So, what can we learn from Shosho? What lessons are we taking away? You have to look good and feel good. Did you ever find Shosho having a bad hair day or without lipstick? I even had to fetch some lipstick and put. So just look good. Have a good relationship with Jehovah. If you don't know Jehovah, take an opportunity for Shosho's sake. Read your Bible, get to know him, and get help to study the Bible. For all the girls, the daughters, the nieces, the grandchildren, you cannot be found with bad nails. Shosho always did her nails, you know. So, and to all the women, seriously, she was 83. She still looked good, felt good, did her nails. Laugh like there's no suffering and there's no tomorrow. Shosho laughed. So let's laugh. Let's always laugh. And love, 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 and love. She loved everybody. And I had the opportunity to travel with her to Miendo, Uganda. She dragged me everywhere. And I had the opportunity to pray with her and learn how to pray from her. I am grateful for all these experiences. So, thank you all for sharing your life with Shosho. Thank you for being good children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, in-laws, and friends. Thank you all who are here and contributed to her funeral, to her joy, for she joyfully lived and danced along. Thank you for honoring and giving her the funeral she deserved and wanted, overseen by Jehovah's Witnesses. To the Mungai's family, the boys and the girls, you're a good example of how a family should be. Please keep that. And just like Mushiri said, I am part and parcel of this family and I'm here to stay. Shosho or no shosho. Situko pamoja boss. Tutakuwa tunakutana. Yes. And so Shosho can proudly say these words found in 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7. It says, I have fought the fine fight. I have run the race to the finish. I have observed the faith. How about you and me? In both songs we sang during the burial, we find these words in the first song. He will call, the dead will answer. Do you have that faith? Do you believe he will call and the dead will answer? The dead ones that you love? And in the second song, it says, he now will awaken those sleeping in death. Their voices will join ours with every grateful breath. When Shosho is awakened, and some of us, are you going to be there to join in her voice with a grateful breath? So, to sing with, are you going to be there? So you can do your part. I want to leave you with these words found in Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 3 and 4. It says in parts, I have loved you with an everlasting love. That is why I have drawn you to me with loyal love. So in short, Jehovah God already loves you. It's you to do your part, you and me to do your part. And he will rebuild you. So Jane, Kehango, family, Nancy, George, everybody, all of you've lost your friends and family. He will rebuild you and you will again take up your tambourines and go dancing joyfully. He does not want you to be sad because Shosho has the hope of resurrection. So thank you so much for being here. I had the pleasure of knowing and being with Shosho, and I'm so grateful for that. I will try to dance and laugh like her. Thank you.
As we conclude this semi-formal part, there's two things I know I owe you. The first one is a story about George. There are so many that we're trying to... IEBC, Sava imefunguliwa, we're trying to find out the best one, which we shall share shortly. Meanwhile, during Shosho's twilight days, and I would say probably the past year and a half, we've had a constant support system around her, which was based on the nurses. But the nurses were superly augmented by Shosho's children. Again, if you read or if you heard the eulogy, these guys had a shift system. They had a shift system. Someone wakes up in the morning, comes in. No, wait, I lie. Someone spends the night here, usually Nancy. Nancy wakes up, goes home. Someone wakes up, comes here. Someone stays here until afternoon. Someone else takes. It was a proper shift system. And for that, we thank you. Because what you did, you honored your mother, and we love that. Thank you very much. Makofi to the siblings and to that shift system. But they were augmented by professionals. These were amateurs. Professionals, healthcare professionals. So the nurses, there was one who was selected to come and say something on behalf of the rest. Yes? Thank you. Makofi tafadhali. Nurse Carol.
I'm Nurse Carol Kinywa. I'm talking on behalf of the nurses who are with Shosho during all the times. My colleague and I were always with her. She could always call us, Kaire Tukega, Garura Mwenoyo, and we would feel as we are one of her family. By that we learned that we should always embrace each other, because every time that we were about to sleep, or maybe when we wake up in the morning, should utter a word of prayer to the Jehovah, asking him to guide us and always protect us as we do the chores and everything. Should pray for her family, should also include us with the other helpers, Kina Esther, Beatrice, Museveni, Kina Njeru. What I would urge you, all of you, is to always have a word to the Lord, and he will always guide you and protect you all your ways of life. Thank you.
Thank you, Naskaro. I think the only thing left for me to say is, on behalf of Shosho's children, on behalf of Shosho's grandchildren, on behalf of Shosho's great-grandchildren, on behalf of Shosho's siblings, a huge, huge thank you to each and every one of you for coming today to celebrate Shosho's life with us. And please, as we have said, this home is still Shosho's home. Feel free to come and visit. To you guys, the onus is on you. Feel free to invite us. We shall come. We shall come. So, tafadhali, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you very much. The bar is open, and let's continue celebrating Shosho's life. Thank you very much, and good evening. One man guitar, kazi imeanza. Bwana one man guitar. Oh, as we wait for the one man guitar to arrive, we have one more tribute, so please focus on the screen. If not, for those of you who have not eaten, please make your way there. For those of you who are thirsty, please make your way there. There's food and there's beverages. And Eleni, asante.
Messages for Mama Kimani's family and friends, and it's from John Jerito Mamaida. We acknowledge Mama Kimani's life as a life well lived, worthy to be celebrated, a life of a matriarch who lived and let others live their truth, a life of a person who showed us faith and love, who endured pain, sorrow, and still took to appreciating life, who stood by her faith and gave praise to Jehovah, who cherished